There's another little story about faith, which I'd like to share with you. There is a nice beach in Bombay called Juhu Beach, and some of you have seen it. Juhu Beach is a nice beach where in the evening, lot of little stalls, moving trolleys come, and they sell ice cream, they sell snacks, they sell other things. Once there were two boys, young boys, and one boy had a 5 rupees in his pocket. He said, "Friend, let's go and have ice cream." So the two boys set out to have ice cream on Juhu Beach. When they were passing on the sand on the beach, before they could reach the ice cream parlor, the ice cream stall, they saw a man sitting on the ground making sand homes, sand houses. You know how they use sand and build up something like a house? Now he was putting sand together and making houses. He had made many already and making more. And they looked so beautiful, so perfect the way he made those houses. This boy stopped. One friend stopped and said, "Can I buy one of these houses from you?" And the holy man who was making those beautiful houses, like a sadhu, he was sitting there. "Yes, child, you can have it. Do you have the price to pay for it?" He said, "How much is the price?" He said, 5 rupees. "Yes, I have 5 rupees. So he gave the 5 rupees and got a plywood to pick up the house of sand and take it home. His friend criticized him. "We came for ice cream. That 5 rupees was for ice cream, not for a piece of sand. You have wasted this money." He said, "No, I like it so much, I have to take it home." So they went back, and one man carrying his sand house on a wooden plywood plate, and the other man criticizing and howling and crying why we missed our ice cream. At night, this boy who was howling and crying for ice cream had a dream. In the dream, he felt that he was flying up in the sky. In the dream, he saw that he's in the sky with all the stars. Then he saw many houses made of light. They were all shining there. And he was surprised those houses looked like the houses the man was making with sand. He said, "Surely those were spiritual houses he was making. I didn't realize." And then as he was flying past those lighted up houses, he saw one exactly like the one his friend had bought for 5 rupees. And he went in front of that house. His friend's name was written there. He said, "I couldn't believe my friend has bought a house in heaven for 5 rupees. And he woke up and he ran to his friend's house. He said, "You know, I was criticizing you yesterday for buying that sand. Today I want to buy it for 10 rupees. And he said, "No, I will not sell that house. You want yours, go to the same man and get it." So this boy ran to the beach again, and the man was still making houses. And he said, "Holy man, can I buy this house?" He said, "Have you got the money to buy it?" He said, "Yes, I have got 10 rupees. He said, "But this house is costing 5,000 rupees. He said, "What kind of inflation is this? Yesterday it was 5 rupees. Today the house has become 5,000 rupees. And I am going to give you double the money and you say 5,000. He says, "No, child, it's not inflation. It is that your friend bought the house without seeing it. And he built it on faith. You have come after seeing it. Therefore, you are not come on faith. When you get something on faith, you always get a bargain." So that is the story of the sand house. And it describes how faith is not something that you have seen. If you have seen, where's the question of faith? If you have seen something, that's called experience. If you have not seen it, but you know it is there, it's called faith. But on the other hand, if you have not seen anything and you start believing it, it's blind faith. Then what's the difference between blind faith and living faith? The blind faith is that where somebody has made a statement, you have seen nothing leading to it, and you start believing it. Living faith is a lot of things have happened prior to that. Step by step, you have been built up to a point where you know if this much has happened, the rest will also happen. That's called living faith. Living faith grows with you like a living organism. On the other hand, blind faith never grows. If somebody says, "God is sitting on top of this building," and I start believing it, I say, "A holy man told me God is living. I've never seen. I believe I have full faith." That's blind faith. After 10 years again, I'll say, "I have the same faith. God is living up there." But supposing I have glimpses of God coming from the side, And I have a peep, and I say, there's big light there. There must be something, there was supposed to be no light. Then I believe maybe that man is right. Then there's God sitting there. My faith is growing as a living faith. And I will go up there and check it out. That kind of faith is different. Living faith grows stage by stage. Now, in the case of disciples who are on their way to getting initiated, they will find that some things have started happening by coincidence. We just say, these were not happening before. How come? Must be some power listening to me. Some higher power is doing this. Then some more events take place. And you're building a faith gradually, ultimately you are initiated. Then faith grows more. Then you have some experiences. Then the faith is based on those experiences. But the experience itself is not faith. Faith is a belief in something you have not seen, and yet it is preceded by little incidents that grow with you and create that faith. So in the case of the path of the masters as taught by the great master, Hazur Maharaj Baba Sawan Singh Ji, there is no place for blind faith in Sant Mat. Faith must grow. Faith must start with little things and must keep on growing, then it's living faith. That's the kind of faith that is required on the Sant Mat, and not just because somebody has made a statement, it's good enough. Also he says, even if a guru makes a statement, even if a perfect living master makes a statement, you need not disbelieve, but you need not believe. You do not have to believe, but you act upon what is necessary to prove it to yourself. It must be part of your experience that you have seen this much, I believe this much, the rest is still in the waiting list. The rest is in a reservoir of what I can still examine, and I'll keep on having my faith. That's required here. It is not required that you must believe everything all at once. Believe as you go along.